everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about pregnancy and how nutritional requirement increase, why it increase and how you can meet those increased requirements in a healthy and nutritious way. So let's get into the video and start with what is pregnancy and what kind of burden or changes it pose on a woman's body. So pregnancy is a very dynamic phase of life wherein change occurs every day. Every day is like a new milestone and a lot of physical and physiological changes go on inside a mother's body. Her own maternal tissues change and the composition of the body changes. The baby grows and she has to support the baby for 9 whole months, and the placenta and all the kinds of nutrient supply is done from the placenta to the child through her mom. So the mother's nutritional status has to be optimum so that she can support her own growth and development that is occurring in her body, maintain those nutrients in her body so that she can also support whatever nutritional requirement that the child is needing. Along with that, it's a rapid period of growth because within 9 months a whole new life, a new child is formed. Therefore nutritional requirements are quite high than the normal level during pregnancy. Now we'll be talking about nutritional needs during pregnancy. Pregnancy poses a lot of pressure on a mother's body in order to produce and support the growing fetus. Therefore, the first and foremost will be energy that we'll be talking about. Energy requirements increase. It is not like it is constant and very high during the whole pregnancy. The first trimester is kind of normal. After that, the baby starts growing, right? From the second trimester till the end of your gestational period, the baby grows very rapidly. So about 350 kilocalories extra is required to support that kind of growth. From second trimester, growth increases exponentially, right? And in the third trimester, it peaks. Therefore, the energy requirements are very high. As the energy requirement is increased to about 350 kilocalories extra, the protein requirement also increases because maternal tissues are expanding, and also to support the growth of the baby, the protein requirement reaches up to 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kg body weight per day, right? From the normal, like normal is 1 gram per kg body weight per day, it increases slightly to support that growth. Same way, if the energy requirements has increased to like a slightly upper side, the fat requirements also increase to support that kind of energy intake. Therefore, only thing that you need to keep in mind is the kind of fat that you are eating. You cannot just have trans fats and saturated fats just to increase the energy or to meet the energy requirements in the body. You need to keep in mind that MUFA, PUFA, omega-3, these kinds of good fatty acids need to be incorporated in the diet. Another two important nutrients are iron and folic acid. Iron is required because hemodilation occurs during pregnancy, which is decrease in the number of red blood cells that can be counted as because of expansion of the maternal tissues and increase in the body composition. Therefore, you need to have good amount of iron in the diet in order to prevent hemodilation as well as anemia. And folic acid is very essential for the child or fetus growth and to prevent them from neural tube defects. Two other important nutrients to support the absorption of iron and folic acid are firstly your vitamin C, and secondly all the other micronutrients, because these all work in order to firstly maintain the nutrient pool in mother's body and to support the growth of the fetus and to create a kind of nutrient pool in the baby also. Vitamin C is very essential in order to increase the absorption of iron in your body. So you need to keep in mind all these nutrients, and other nutrients are also very essential. Now I'll be giving you few general tips that you must follow during pregnancy to maintain optimum nutritional status. The first and foremost being that you need to have small but frequent meals. Because your energy and your other nutrient requirements are increased, you need to increase the meal. If you cannot increase the number of meals, you need to increase the portion size in order to meet those extra 350 kilocalories. Secondly, you need to have a lots and lots of fluid intake so that you are not dehydrated during this stage. Next tip I'll be giving you is about salt and sugar. Pregnancy is the time when a person is very prone to conditions like lactose intolerance and your insulin resistance. Therefore, you need to keep in mind that you need to have nutrients but in a optimum level, not too much or neither too less, right? You need to take salt also in a very limited quantity, because during this phase pregnancy induced hypertension can occur, which is a very common kind of a condition during this phase. And if you tend to eat a lot of food, your body tends to create insulin resistance, due to which gestational diabetes kind of situations can occur. Therefore, you need to keep in mind that you need to have a balanced diet with lots of fruits and vegetables, especially green leafy vegetables, because they are very rich in folate, and obviously it will help in child's growth. So you need to keep in mind that you need to have a balanced diet which is rich in all the kinds of food groups that are available. I hope you all found this video to be very informative. Follow my channel for more such videos and subscribe to my channel, like this video and share this video as much as possible. Until next time, bye.